Good morning, YouTube. What's up? So, did you see Trump's Easter Day message? Did you see how he said, "Oh, I hope you have a good one." But by the way, Joe Biden sucks and he was irrelevant. He was horrible, and all these people coming in and what we're doing. I'm like, when you dwell with so much negative energy, this is what happens. When you put that out as a message, I mean, it's like, but have a good day. He was horrible and we have all these problems and the stuff was taken away and was stolen. Now, did Joe Biden not go out of his way to invite him for the transition and show hospitality and you know, in spite of everything, didn't diss him, was respectful to him. See, this is the problem right here. It's called lack of tact, lack of coof. That's why morality is so bad. I want the Trumpican supporters to explain away what that Easter message was. What was that mess about? That was one of the most train wreck, heavy handed, negative message I. You ever get a? Could you imagine getting a Hallmark card and someone said, "Dear so and so," and wishing you the best, but in between it says, "Well, everything sucks. It's horrible. It's disastrous, and you don't go through that. And this is what blah 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 blah." And at the end, have a great day. Could you imagine this kind of mindset? This schizophrenic, just discombobulated touch reality that somehow is normalized. Somehow that is seen as you know, copacetic. Like somehow someone's kosher with that. Cool. I'm like, and people who be supporting this cat got some explaining to do. What kind of message was that? You know, when people are dealing with the spinoff of those horrible terrors with all this everybody being legalized illegally deportations because some of these people shouldn't even been sent and messed with. But he ain't gonna say nothing about that. He ain't gonna say nothing how Supreme Court is looking at him sideways, cross-eyed, and say, "Wait a minute, you doing too much." See, all this agenda is being met with in the whole situation with him and Elon Musk. But no, he wants to send a nice, his version of a nice, warm, fuzzy Hallmark card. That's a nice, warm Hallmark card from him. I can't imagine what he would do if it was Halloween or, can't imagine. But what a greeting from someone who just says what all that he's saying. And what did he say? The same old rhetoric, and the same old stuff he's been saying for the last 4 or 5 years. And his disdain for Joe Biden in a way to always regurgitate and to repeat himself over and over and over and over and over again. What an Easter greeting he gave. I was wondering, how does he comes up with the write this and he's just in his element, and I just thinking he's thinking in his most Shakespearean sonnet that he's just gonna compose something that is just gonna remind you of how warm and fuzzy he really is. He really takes it upon himself to send messages out here to the universe like that. And just says, well, in between all that horrificness and all that, but you have a great day. You feel good, feel better, be all secure. He just has a warm way of letting you know that he'll say anything, do anything, and no cares. And then in between, it's the same old spiel. But what else would you expect from an orange idiot? Has nothing else better to do than to repeat himself and regurgitate the same old lines. Because that is like, how is that any different? Well, the in between is the same old thing, but you just say Happy Easter, and then I guess you'll say, you know, for when uh, Memorial Day comes, and I guess he celebrates Fourth of July or whatever. He'll say, oh well, by the way, yeah, Juneteenth month, but he'll still find a way to take digs at people. That's all he do. Cheap shot artist 101. But what a very memorable Easter message from dear old Donald Trump. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another. Share if you like, and hit that membership. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out. Peace.